Australia, a place most people imagine as wild, open, and free. Endless land, burning deserts, animals found nowhere else on Earth. It looks untamed, but buried inside that beauty is a decision Australia never wanted to make. A decision so extreme, it literally cut the continent in two. This isn't just history. It's a story about fear, about panic, and about what humans do when nature slips out of control. Let's go back to the late 1800s. Australia was growing fast, farms were spreading, sheep farming was booming, wool was becoming the lifeblood of the country. And then someone made what seemed like a harmless choice. European settlers released a few rabbits into the wild. Not for survival, not for science, just for fun, for hunting. No one thought twice about it. But nature doesn't forgive careless decisions. Australia had everything rabbits could ever want. Wide open plains, soft soil, and almost no natural predators. A single female rabbit can give birth to up to 8 Barbies. And she can do that multiple times a year. So 24 rabbits didn't stay 24. They multiplied, and multiplied, and multiplied. Within years, millions of rabbits were tearing through the land. Farms were destroyed, crops vanished, grasslands were eaten down to bare dirt, even the soil itself began to erode. Farmers watched their livelihoods disappear. Native predators tried to stop it, they couldn't. Hunting didn't work. Poison barely slowed them down. Slowly, the government realized something terrifying. If this continues, Australia's agriculture will collapse. So in 1901, Western Australia made a desperate move. They decided to build a wall. Not around cities, not around borders, across the land. It was called the State Barrier Fence. Its purpose was simple: stop the rabbits coming from the east. But building it was brutal. Men worked under scorching heat. Water was scarce. Sandstorms erased days of progress overnight. They dragged heavy wire for kilometers through desert. No shade, no rest, and even after the fence was finished, the real battle began. Storms buried it. Floods tore it apart. Repairs never stopped. But the workers kept going because they knew the truth. If the fence failed, millions of rabbits would return. And somehow it worked. The spread slowed. Farms recovered. For the first time, it felt like humans had won. But the victory didn't last, because another threat was already there. Waiting, the dingo. Fast, intelligent, ruthless. Dingoes didn't eat crops. They wiped out sheep. Entire flocks were killed overnight. Farmers would wake up to silence where their income used to be. This wasn't just an animal problem anymore. It was an economic crisis. Australia's wool industry was under attack. So once again, the government chose the same solution. But this time on a scale never seen before. They built the longest fence in human history. The Dingo Fence. At its peak, it stretched more than 5,600 kilometers. Even today, it's over 5,300 kilometers long. That's longer than many countries. A line drawn straight across Australia. A border between humans and nature. And once again, it worked. Sheep survived. Farms stabilized. The economy recovered. But something unexpected happened. On one side of the fence, dingoes still roamed. The ecosystem stayed balanced. Predators controlled prey. On the other side, without dingoes, foxes and feral cats exploded in number. Small native animals disappeared. Birds vanished forever. One fence created two completely different worlds. Not by accident, by fear. When these fences were built, no one was thinking about environmental balance. They were thinking about survival. By 1907, thousands of workers were maintaining these endless barriers. Supply depots, checkpoints, inspections, constant repairs. It worked, but barely. So in the 2010s, farmers tried something new. Cluster fencing. Instead of one massive wall, farmers worked together to fence smaller areas. And the results were shocking. Predator attacks dropped by 90%. Lamb survival rates skyrocketed. Farm incomes doubled. For farmers, it finally felt manageable. But the debate never stopped. Environmentalists warned that removing top predators destroys ecosystems. Farmers responded with one sentence: "If the fence goes, our future goes with it." So this isn't just wire and metal. It's a question: do humans adapt to nature, or force nature to adapt to us? Australia chose the wall. And even today, that fence still stands. A reminder of what happens when fear makes decisions faster than understanding. Because once you draw a line against nature, nature never forgets.